7th place tonight out of 58 entrants.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Crazy, crazy.
Weeklies, man.
Pre-big tournaments,
Yeah.
weeklies.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to have Static Manny versus Fatality. And these guys are getting right in it.
Southern battle.
Oh, yeah. We got Georgia's finest versus one of Florida's finest.
Yeah, Florida coming out here in
Since the
strobe,
game came out. Noble Manny versus Team YP's own Fatality. And this should be a very good, interesting matchup. I like watching the dynamic that comes from Falcon versus Sonic. It's kind of like these two speed demons coming, like kind of just colliding at full speed to see who can come out on top. So, interested to see how this goes, because I know Manny and Fatality, they definitely have played before, as both players, I believe, do travel between their each region down there in the south.
Absolutely. I'm sure they've met many times before, so something that they're both too familiar with. And you see Fatality just throwing out the jabs right there just to simply keep Manny from recklessly approaching, keep him honest.
Yep, and oh my gosh, that shield was looking
boy.
real low for Manny, but at the end of the day, it didn't matter. That people's elbow comes out.
Yeah, he knew that beat the Nair out easily, called him out on his placing. Oh
man, that was weird. He kind of like fell out of the up air after the first hit. Oh, nice read on that air dodge, waiting, looking for something. But Manny just gonna play his patient style. Manny's one of the most patient Sonics in the entire game. I've known how this man plays since Brawl, so nothing's changed. He gets his favorite character in a better form in this game. Nice forward smash gives him the go punch, and we're down only a 1% differential. This is a pretty close match.
Yeah, we saw the struggles that Sonic had there trying to take off that last stock. A lot of the spin dash combos just simply not working with Zero Rage, but that F smash certainly does. And right now he hit Fatality. This is very scary, but he intends to go down low, which was a very smart recovery from Manny.
Yeah. Here, Sonic, you've got one of the best vertical recoveries with that spring ride, so definitely just take it low.
Yeah. Take the invincibility frames. He's got about 13 of them. Oh!
Ooh, man, that was close.
Yeah, we've seen that Nair take so many stocks in the corner.
Oh yeah, and if he had not, guys, anticipated the correct way to DI it, I think we actually could have saw that spell doom from Manny
easily, and it's not something everyone expects either. Oh,
not a little bit too much rage on him, messing up that I guess throw confirm for up air into spring up air. So Manny's got to find a different route to try and get some combos here, but ooh, that jab 1-2-3 was not what he needed.
Up throw is still fresh, but not enough rage on Falcon quite yet.
No, Falcon Sonic's a little heavier, so up throw it probably wouldn't start killing till about like 160-ish. I mean, at this point, I would just back throw.
Oh. Yeah, if you're idle edge, absolutely.
Oh man, this is actually getting into a really dangerous spot for Fatality. But that gentleman almost gets it, but not enough. That up air will. All right, Fatality takes game 1 over Manny and loses quarterfinals.
You just get to that point in the match where you have enough percents that sometimes the just simple raw hits like that will start to kill, and you have that wide sweeping up air.
Yeah.
So easy to catch Sonic, because when Sonic's coming down from a vertical position, he's very vulnerable. Doesn't have too many ways to get out of that situation.
No,
so once you have him in the air, Fatality just kept juggling him until he got enough percent where he could just easily swipe him.
Yep. All right, and we're running right back to Smashville. Clearly was not the stage that he was, I guess, losing for. So what type of adjustments were we going to see from Manny? It was really close.
It was, down to the wire.
There were just a lot of times where he kind of just let Fatality get certain hits in, and it really just did not, I guess, help his case there.
Yeah, didn't seem to have too much stage control throughout the match. It seems like Fatality was just always kind of on top of him. But we'll see what Manny can do here. He's off to a much better start, though, kind of maintaining stage control, as I said, not allowing Fatality to get too much started.
Yep. Oh, nice down air. Instant tech with a nice response, and that clean back air is going to seal the deal. Manny with a stock lead, and Manny with a stock lead, guys, if you've ever watched him play or have had the privilege to play him, you know that this is the position you don't want.
I know it sounds super simple to say, and it's kind of cliche, but the big adjustment that Manny needed was taking that first stock, because we saw how much he struggled to take the stock from Fatality in game 1, but now that he's got that percent lead, Sonic just becomes that much more threatening, and Fatality is going to feel a little pressure to go in, and as Captain Falcon, you can get a lot of whiffs from Captain Falcon when he's coming in, so this is definitely a really good position for him to be in.
Yeah, now it's up to Fatality to kind of put the shoes on the other foot, basically. It's a role reverse here, because Fatality now being the one that's finding trouble to get this, I guess, this kill here.
All right, he's got this juggle game working out for him, though, but he still needs to take this stock. So far, he's got the same strategy, but he's just having a little more trouble finding that when you get to these high percents like this, he's just not high enough for that raw hit.
Yeah, oh man. Looking for the air dodge read to get, oh, nice spring ride, and we are seeing a 2-stock from Manny. Manny looking pretty clean here. When you see a 2-stock come out from a game 2 after you lose game 1, you're like, oh my gosh, there's something going on with my opponent. Manny making the adjustments, just what he needed. Taking that first stock, man. Letting just Sonic take the first stock is one of the most terrifying things you can ever experience, because you're like, oh my gosh, I had to try and do that. I had to try and kill a Sonic who's going to run away the entire time.
A lot of Sonics live and die on that kind of advantage. Yeah. It can be so tough, but here on Lilat, this is definitely going to be kind of, I mean, for both characters, I feel like this stage does bring a lot of potential. Yeah. Especially for Sonic 2. Having those platforms, they can both shark very well. So this is going to kind of become an air battle. Whoever can get a little more just out of juggles off stage, I'm not too worried, but it's definitely going to be kind of like a battle on these platforms.
Yeah, now I'm interested to see why Fatality ended up counterpicking here. If it was me, I look at this matchup on paper, I was like, all right, this is a Sonic favorite stage. Probably like almost like 75-25 right now. It's like, I feel like this stage is just so good for Sonic. Those platforms allow for a lot more intricate movements when it comes to the spin dashes and I guess I forget what it's down to be called. They're actually different names.
Spin charge.
Spin charge, yeah. Spin charge and spin dashes. So interesting to see why Fatality would end up counterpicking here. Looking to shark maybe a little more with the lower platforms.
Exactly what I was saying, that they both kind of get that similar advantage because he's got that wide sweeping up air. So he just wants to be able to control the ground and keep Manny using the platforms, even though it's good for him, but still he'll fall into a predictable situation. Yep. So we'll see what has.
Fatality, I guess, miraculously weaving through all those flurries of up airs that Manny was throwing out here to not lose that stock off the top. Because Fatality, he recognizes that based on how Game 2 went, he cannot afford to drop this first stock.
Yeah, it's a very big disadvantage indeed right now. Manny has a lot of momentum, and that back throw will kill with the rage factor like you mentioned. So now we have that stock advantage that we talked about for Manny, and this could be bad news for Fatality in a best-of-3 situation. Things are looking dire.
Yes, they are. And Manny, even though he's known as this super patient Sonic, he's actually being pretty, I guess aggressive in how he's approaching this stock advantage he has. He's actually kind of forcing the approach, but weaving in and out in a way where it looks like he's, I guess, actively camping in a way.
Yeah, he really wants to keep Fatality guessing. Honestly, using a lot of great spin dash cancels, mixing up his approaches, and just like you said, weaving in and out really makes it hard for Fatality to get any kind of read, but that command grab will do it.
Yeah, Fatality quickly, to the best of his abilities, sealing that stock. He knows, he recognized from game number 2 that when he just let that percent lead build, it just felt so much doom for him. All right, but nice gentleman coming out real quick. Fatality looking for something, anything. He's got to try and get this game back into his favor, because right now he's just letting Manny run away with this. Ooh, Lilat trying to come into play there with a quick tilt, but oh, that's it. I wasn't sure. He was kind of hanging out in that magnifying glass for a little bit, so I wasn't too sure if he actually got the kill there. But he gets it.
Yep, putting Fatality into a high recovery